Welcome back. Junko fell in love and grew affectionate for all of us.
She's telling us
reason.
something, and I forgot what it was.
She grew affectionate watching us all.
That's it.
All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair, all mankind.
What? Junko, what?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
Or 2
back
weeks.
to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst.
Thanks.
Everyone was enjoying themselves so much.
Gouging
You
each
were
other's
all
eyes
having
out.
the time of your
I
lives.
love her so much. That's all.
I miss her.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year.
Does that mess with things?
It can.
Because
Oh,
after
my
that,
bad.
an
Just if
event
this comes
unfolded
out.
that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace
Why is
came to a
Monokuma the
bloody
mascot?
end. And as you can imagine, the school was no
I'll
exception.
be honest, I don't think they really knew what the tragedy was when they were writing this
The
game. I
tragedy
think they were just
even
like,
made its
I don't
way
know,
here,
something bad.
leading to the extermination of most
And
of
then
the
it
students.
took off
they're
and
all
they were
dead.
like, okay, let's maybe expand on this a little
Are
bit.
you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history. And the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon.
Okay, get to the point, hun.
Everyone is capable of it, and now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
As most trials are.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors.
But the photographs only showed
Their class, I mean,
that, yeah.
they're in the same
members
class.
of
It's a
the
different
78th
school. Like,
class of
gotcha,
Hope's
okay.
Peak
Yeah.
Academy were the only ones left.
And then something super neat happened.
Oh, really?
what was
Now
it?
pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was transformed into a shelter.
You said it twice.
I said it twice.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
When you turn Hope's Peak into a shelter.
It's the bones. It's
it
the
was
bones.
The
Bones.
Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the
Okay, thank
school
you,
into
Kyoko.
a shelter to try and protect us.
Because his daughter
To
was
protect
there.
us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise, to say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
Okay.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake.
Because that idiot put 2 despairs in that shelter.
But why were they ultimate despair? Like, what?
I don't know how much they're going to go into. I'll explain it at the end. Because the creator of the game has come out and said basically what the motivation for it is, but I want to see if the game explains it.
That we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
What about it?
Nothing, just thought the text might be in the way.
I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors,
Nice touch.
all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work.
I could listen to this voice all day.
And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
Pretty pathetic.
And the only
What?
reason
Like
you
a
survived
bunch of
the
teenagers when you're
tragedy
taking
was
over
so
the
that you could be
world?
a
Like,
part
that
of
should
it.
not be your priority.
You let us live? So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside
It
world
was the broadcast! It was the TV! Hangman's Gambit, let's
What
go.
is this one?
It's the easy one. It is...
Oh.
Okay, I wouldn't have gotten hijack if they hadn't spelled out
Yeah,
every
no,
for me.
it's a weird one. Don't mind me, I'm not being bad Let's Play etiquette. I'm looking up how much
Yeah,
longer
I
there is in the
understand.
trial so that I can know where to, like, cut the episode if we need to cut it again.
That's
You're talking
fair.
You watching this will
you
already know whether
hijacking
it's the
the
finale or
airwaves,
not,
aren't
but
you?
we don't.
Uh-huh.
What?
That's exactly
I'm
what
just
I'm
gonna
talking
distract.
about.
Okay, I mean, they're not even looking
To
at
show
us.
the world the
They're just
murder
watching the
taking
game.
place at this
If they're like
school,
me, they're not even
which was
looking at
meant
our
to be a
faces, they're just
symbol of hope.
listening to the audio.
Symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about.
And back to your fetish again.
The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
That's a given, though.
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I
Okay, I think this
installed
is the
around the
finale.
school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelling them. Because it's a
Expels them?
school.
I have to
Okay.
thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Into the world of
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Maybe you should go use the bathrooms.
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the
Sorry,
other
I'm
students
just
were dropping
paranoid.
like flies.
Just leave it here.
I mean,
We're good.
we built up 2
You
years
gotta
of
have
memories
this full
together.
screen, man.
You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make
What?
you feel
There's that
utterly
hiccup.
lost
Oh,
in
okay, I
hope
was
to
like-
solve the mystery?
Clearly
the
didn't work.
despair,
I mean,
the
you can
truth,
hick us,
right?
fine.
Tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
Probably kill Junko at this point.
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth, full of despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Yeah, it was just...
Meaningless?
Yeah.
Then we've been murdering each other? For nothing?
I mean, the whole point is that none of us have been murdering anybody.
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Oh, thanks,
Get
Joe.
it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it.
I mean, like, I kind of see where
No
you're coming
argument,
from.
no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
A or B.
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Makoto, not now.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrödinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not a cat.
Yeah, because I kind of got executed, but I'm still alive too, so
If
it's...
so,
That's not, you're not wrong.
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you
Schrödinger's
can go outside and see for yourself?
Should I name this
There's
episode? The finale, Schrödinger's
Into
Twink.
that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you.
Bruh, you don't have a choice
For
at
the
this
sake
point.
of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed
Not
them.
this again.
I didn't kill
Jigsaw.
anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Oh, yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple!
Just,
You stole our
Makoto.
memories.
Oh,
Invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault.
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter.
Thank you.
We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
My favorite part of every trial is when people say things like that.
Yeah,
Like, can
where
we get
they're
back
just
on
like, we're
track?
done.
Like, come on.
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did ya? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
Everyone who gets a vote dies.
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me, and punish everyone on the side of hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this.
It's
So you vote for
okay.
Hero?
Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
That's what they signed up for in the first place, though.
What?
You mean we just...
We'd have to just...
But they don't remember that they signed up for it. They're like,
But I thought we established that they did, though.
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside
that's basically
world.
the question is, do we trust what she's saying and
Yeah.
just stay
Enter
here
a
where we know
world
it's safe,
fallen
or
from
do we
grace, where only despair
take a
exists,
chance,
where
make a
you'd
change,
likely
and
be
break
dead within a
away?
day.
Wow. What is that?
The song Breakaway by
What are you
someone.
saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb!
It wouldn't be the first time you got hit with a bomb.
Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all. So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment.
Hero.
What?
Hero.
You can't just...
We're gonna stay here till we already grow old. He's like halfway there.
You mean to say, you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down. Makoto, you're up.
Me? Yeah. You've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I don't like how this is the only personality that refers to them as us.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Only character.
Ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
That kind of
Sacrifice me!
that kind of sounds like a win-win.
But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished?
Yes, I already have been.
Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Oh man.
And then just Jill's here.
Even Jill is like not.
That's one of my complaints. I wish they would switch back to Toko.
It's so beautiful.
Amen.
But
Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Kyoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is
I just
try
love
to
this
honor
part. It's a
your
good
dead
one, yeah.
father's wishes.
Kyoko,
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
no one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair. We're not gonna lose to you.
I already voted for you, Makoto.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh?
Is this your regular voice?
Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over
Yeah,
with.
not bored anymore, are ya?
It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
The final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation.
I just want to point out the camera's probably been gently shaking this whole time. I feel partially responsible.
it's okay. It's fine.
I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up.
Just want to feel
To
involved.
live in despair. That's not really living at all.
Is it? Yeah. Can you... There's a song quote I'm trying to think of, but I can't think of it.
I don't know what you're saying.
Can you really die if you lived a life frozen and empty or something? Group photo, pocketbook. I wasn't listening. What am I? All
We
right,
won't give up.
just sit here and wait.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
Okay.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Yeah. It's wrong. It's wrong.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in
It's
here
because of that purifier.
is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Lies and deception.
If I die, the purifiers will
Oh my
screech to a
gosh.
halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living
Hold
will
on,
come
someone's
to
at the
an
door.
end.
I'll get it. Oh, hey, Jill.
All of you will have to leave.
Do I have to shoot down the hope at the beginning?
You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair
What do you think your goal is
await
here?
you.
I don't know. Hold on.
This is like the final little bit.
Wait, hold
so.
on. Hold on. My goal is to convince
So,
people not to give up
what are you
hope.
gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
That's not a lie, apparently. The others all were options.
Go ahead.
Sleep it's on a bed of despair. In despair.
If I don't do something, everyone's gonna be consumed by despair.
Junko was you.
You claim there's no hope left in the world. But if Junko was me, but Monokuma was you.
Oh.
Mukuro was me. So
then, solid point.
Then so is hope. I'll use my own hope to plant seeds of hope inside everyone else.
Don't plant your seed in anyone, Makoto. We saw how that goes last time.
We won't give up.
So do you get what he's saying?
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
Oh, this is cute. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's fun.
It's fun. This is cute. I like it.
The endings of these games are really strong in what you have to do.
Have some hope.
Don't lose hope now.
He says, don't lose hope
my
now.
Fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we?
You're right.
I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
And I need a hamburger.
We won't give up.
There you go.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die...
It is a bit flawed that you have to go through this like 15 million times, but...
By the way, the air outside the only
his line
reason we're
changed.
Yeah.
breathing is thanks to the air purifiers.
Because now he's on Team Hope.
Have some hope, Hina.
Don't lose hope now.
No, that's wrong.
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do?
Drinking poison is not out of the equation here.
You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns.
Just kind of leave the situation.
I'm like, losing hope is an option.
Sarah didn't lose hope. She died.
She gave others hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had the most noble death.
I think, which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
This is very cute.
We
I like
won't
it.
give
It's
as
fun.
long as there's hope,
wait, no.
we'll never give
Good job.
up.
That would be the end.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. I've made my decision. If I die...
Alright, Bakugan, let's see what you have to say about your...
It's not Bakugan
As
next.
soon as I die,
Who else is left?
the communal life you've all been living will...
Who else is left, he says.
Don't lose hope now.
I thought...
You forgot your girl.
I thought Jill already had hope of living out a long, fulfilled life with me.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more
I hate this. I hate this. I wish they'd switch back to Toko. Toko needs her own arc.
I think Toko wouldn't be able to stop, though. I think she would say, I'd live here with Master, no matter what the cost.
Yeah.
Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school.
It just kind of sucks that all these characters get this, like, no, like, Hiro's like, screw that, I do what I want. And Hina's like, what would Sakura do? And then Jill's like, I don't like school.
But I honestly don't think Makoto could convince Toko.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know.
You'd have to convince Byakuya first, and then he would have to help convince Toko. Okay.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
No!
If I were to die, that would be
It
the
Paul.
end. By the way, the only reason is
so
thanks to the air.
backwards.
Say whatever you want if I die. In other words,
As soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
There's motivation.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
Have some hope.
Here, Byakuya.
Don't lose hope
Have
now.
some hope.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
Thanks.
But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
Sure.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the Mastermind.
You did.
Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
we won't give up.
What's left?
As long as
Kyoko
there's
didn't even
hope,
have one.
we'll never give up.
I'm gonna take it just to be
If I were
safe.
to die,
That would be the end.
It's playing the intro music.
No.
By the way, the air outside is the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all. I can keep on living. All of you will have to. You'll have to
go into the world outside, where only
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
I have to shoot Kyoko's. Oh, it's now! She has to be the last one.
Don't lose hope now!
I do wish some people try to shoot that with the picture of Kyoko and the headmaster. I wish that was what you had to use. I think that would be cool, but...
So I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of.
That he's dead?
He would never want us to
That he's
abandon
bold.
Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything.
Sorry, this is hype. I shouldn't sing over it.
Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope.
This is so anime!
That's the Legend of Zelda twist right there, where it's like, you've had the courage all along. It's like, no,
my
you are the hope.
What
Yeah? Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Hold on. Sorry, I forgot you were presenting.
Matt's gotta close the door real quick. Don't worry about that. Matt's gonna close the door so we don't interrupt Priscilla's presentation. But don't get me wrong. We're still Ultimate Hope. It's still very important that we keep it.
Stop pushing the desk in that my face is against.
I didn't mean to. I'm
not,
sorry.
I'm
It was an
kissing
accident.
the mic. I'm
You were
speaking
kissing the
into
mic.
it.
See, I told you.
I'm
We have to
speaking
fix
into the
it.
mic.
We have to fix the. Wait, hold on.
Bada bing, bam, boom,
Fix.
bam, bada boo.
Fix. This is hype, and I've interrupted it. But it's fine.
What the hell are you?
The ultimate hope has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Oh gosh.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of a leader or anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but I still.
Now let's dance.
Let's dance, Jugo.
Yeah, I can feel it. Let's go.
You suck. What do you want? So uncool.
Oh, she's using the.
Yeah, she's using it immediately.
All right, you can play this game.
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
I don't have to
Your
reload.
idiocy ends here.
Yeah, when you're on the fever time, you don't have to
You're
reload.
gross. Suffer from despair. I just love despair. You suck. What do you want? So uncool.
You're unbearable!
Hope is a
Once
joke.
your bar's back up, you can use it again if you want.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Would you like to die?
Maybe on Tuesday.
You're gross.
I'm busy today.
Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
Final strike.
Despair into tomorrow. Despair into your memories.
Hope keeps on going!
Hope keeps on going. Break.
I refuse to give up! I refuse to get bored! I refuse to despair! Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward!
What's going on? What's happening?
Anime. Friendship. Oh? Well, don't look at this part where I just like lost the entire trial.
That's fine.
All right.
Oh,
money.
that
I'm not gonna
useless money.
use.
You can buy gifts for the
It looks like
post-game
we've
mode,
reached
though.
the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Thanks, Jill.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing.
By killing one more
With
time.
our own hands.
Monokuma vote time. Who is it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? We have the deceased. No, she's not deceased anymore. There we go.
We did it.
Junko Enoshima. All right, Junko.
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost? I lost? Me? No way. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It can't. I should have switched between her personalities. Can't be.
You still don't accept it?
Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck? But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just totally the best!
Huh?
So this is despair.
We came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now
To come this far and fail at the very end?
True despair.
It's the most ultimate despair.
What are you talking about?
And now
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world at the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with her voice either, so you're doing great.
I'm so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying
Why
this?
does everybody just have weird fetishes? Like, why can't we just have somebody be upset and just leave it at upset? Anyway, so are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair, inside is only despair, and no matter where you go, despair awaits you.
That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. No, you're wrong!
Huh?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope.
Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side.
Word choice.
Thanks, Jill.
Everyone.
Hey,
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease.
however...
But the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is.
Kyoko!
Is this still being broadcast?
Do you wanna make it
Like,
out
to the
now?
whole world?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Stop it! Stop! I hate those faces you're making! To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
Fine. If you guys really... If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin off my nose. I don't even have it anymore. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope?
Of course, because we...
Shut up! That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right?
Hold on! It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to...
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Is she being controlled by like a higher power?
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is a taste of that despair of death that you only get once in a life, so...
Don't get in my way!
Oh? She a little excited for that.
So this is how the despair of death feels.
So the reason I told you
so
do not
wonderful.
watch other playthroughs or anything of this game while playing it is because this is a thumbnail for a Watch Mojo Top 10 Danganronpa Executions
Nice.
video, and I saw this like chapter 1, like before I even started the game,
Oh, lovely.
and so it completely
tenth of this
ruined the fact that Junko, like,
Even 100.
my chat played it off pretty well to the point that I didn't believe that she was in charge, but then this came back and I was like,
I want every last soul on this
saw
planet
that.
to taste
Yeah.
such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last.
I'm sure you have, sweetheart.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Okay.
Congratulations, Junko has been found guilty.
And then they walk away together. Yeah. Aw. Okay. Bye. Hey, what you standing on? Oh? I don't like this.
Why not?
Where's it going? Okay. Oh, it's everyone's. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's kind of cute. Oh, it's nostalgic. The ultimate pun. Okay, I like it. I mean, obviously.
She's just having her time.
Oh my gosh. And then this one. Oh my gosh. Aw, at least she's happy. Okay. Credit sequence. Okay. I thought the credits were gonna start rolling. Not when I switch into emergency override. Oh. Come on, don't be the end.
And that's how everything came to an end.
Okay then. Oh, jeez.
The final class trial. Junko Enoshima, the ultimate despair.
Part of him.
Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over.
Payload suffering over despair from an execution of death. That's cool. Okay.
So yeah, that's totally why Chapter 5 was named Junk Food.
Yeah.
Totally Junko, yeah. You received the Monokuma hair tie present.
Lovely. Can't wait to give it to all my friends.
But even after saying it was all over...
It wasn't.
It's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything.
Did the purifiers go off? Because that's kind of important.
That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference.
Wow. Goodbye. Aw.
You okay there, game?
Alright.
We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall.
Forgot this place existed.
We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending.
You have to break the fourth wall.
We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But how low could we go?
Stuck
in the
limbo.
end.
What are...
What?
Does Hiro have feet?
Yeah, he wears like sandals.
Okay. I was like, he looks like a satyr. Like, he just has hooves.
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave.
To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence. What an emotionless broad.
Oh. We took different approaches to that.
It's the end of the game.
Makoto, would you do the honors?
Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten.
What do I do with the hair tie?
Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words...
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
That's true, and she does like her loopholes.
It's true.
You may be right about that.
Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Okay, nothing to worry about.
Beautiful scissors!
Something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam them so far up. Huh? Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind?
It's all over. We're just about to leave the school.
What? Leave? We can go outside? Then that means me and Master can get married. And then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby.
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
I love it. She always says that. Don't worry, I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But...
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about.
But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks...
for serious.
Maybe when we get out, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember.
It doesn't quite make sense.
A lie, peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live.
Yeah, I guess so.
And how do I put this? Unlike the school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
In other words,
The act of searching for hope to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. You can't define something with itself, babe. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward into hope, no matter what trouble you may fall into, away from hope.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, ultimate hope?
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. H-O... You know...
I'm playing Hangman's Gambit in my mind.
Where is it? Where is it? Where's the P?
Stop giving me F's, I need a P!
Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
You got it!
Well, my first stop is gonna be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Why not just run to the kitchen and grab as many as you can? Like,
You're
there's
right.
always food.
And what are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat.
There you go.
I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin.
Woo!
Thanks, Hina. You've totally opened my eyes.
Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, we can still make babies. As long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact me any day.
But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're so small.
Especially Toko.
So what can we do? No, we can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
All right. The question is, do I see what's outside?
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura.
And like, you know, Sayaka,
That's fine.
Chihiro.
But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You
No
just
thanks,
let
I'm
me
good.
know.
I'm good.
I'll be there.
You did that already,
You know how
I'm
much
good.
I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing.
No, you haven't. You already. You do.
Might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me. And the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still. It does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
It looks like hope really is
I
spreading.
would love it if it was a self-destruct button and the school just blew up.
As long as I never give up. I have to push even harder. This button's not going down, I have to keep pushing. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead.
Okay. See, the light in that image kind of implied that it was already open.
The door began to open. With my hands, with our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future.
We're not going to get to see it, are we? It's fascinating to watch. This much animation doesn't happen any time other than executions.
And even that's like kind of 2D cardboardy animation.
Yeah, they're not going to show us. The game ends here, doesn't it? What am I looking at in here? What's going on? It's too bright. Credits?
Credits.
I figured.
So yeah, the game leaves ambiguously, and that's why I said you wouldn't be super thrilled about everything, but enough of it would be filled in.
I think the
gaps
world
and-
is in shambles. I think that's a decent solution. Not solution, but like...
Okay, so we're at the credits. We're gonna let them run out.
Okay.
A couple things to say right off the bat. For those of you that are here just because you like Danganronpa, just because you like watching people play Danganronpa, welcome. Please consider subscribing. We do other stuff and it's pretty good. That being said, we will get to the other games. Yeah. Don't worry. I plan to drag him through this series. I plan to drag him through 2, Ultra Despair Girls, Anime, V3. I plan to do all of it. But Danganronpa burnout is a very real thing that people deal with when they play this series in one sitting.
Point out Monokuma's name is half darkened, half light.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Very, very symbolic as
that's cute, yeah.
Him. Anyways, yeah.
So we will get to it. It's not gonna be the next
Not for a hot minute, no.
It's gonna be a minute. At least 2, maybe 3, 4, I don't know. We'll see. We're kind of playing it by ear ourselves, but we will get to it, so just don't be annoying in the comments if you're watching this after, like, if you just found this months from now. Maybe check, maybe we started, I don't know. But,
that being said,
what are your thoughts?
It's,
I want to run through your thought. We will announce, well, yeah, we might as well get that out of the way. That being said, the next playthrough, Daniel likes Pokemon.
We're gonna play Pokemon, so we're gonna play Pokemon Diamond, and because that is like boring on its own to watch,
debatable, but
we're gonna randomize it and also do a Nuzlocke. So
yeah, randomizer. It's gonna be so fun. I've already figured out all the settings and got it working because I did promise them a White 2 playthrough like a year and a half ago. I was gonna do that game and then it just completely crashed and none of the textures loaded on the emulator that I was playing it on and everything. So I figured it out. I have a better computer. It's working. It's gonna be good. That's why I ended up playing Let's Go Eevee instead.
Good to know.
Bonus episodes. We are gonna do all the free time. I'm not gonna drag him through the post game mode. You like build stuff and like it's this whole thing, but you can't do it on your first playthrough. It's impossible to beat the post game mode on your first playthrough. So you just use the first playthrough to do everybody's free time events, and then that's about it. You'll see when we get there, but we're not gonna do that whole thing. Picture. We'll just do the free time events. Those will go up on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Cool.
So the main playthrough will start right after this. If it's a Monday, it'll go up on Wednesday. If it's a Friday, it'll go up on Monday. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We don't usually do that. Normally we do post-game on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. At least normally that's what I do. But this game deserves its own day for the post-game.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think that's about it. So, what do you think of the games?
I'm not going to say I had fun playing it, because I don't think fun is the right emotion to attribute it to.
Okay.
It was certainly intriguing. I got very much more involved than I thought I would.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
And that's why I say I might drag you through the whole series, because I wanted to test the waters.
It's fair. I didn't know what to expect. Wasn't that. I am very controversial opinion I have. I don't like cliffhangers. I don't like not knowing things.
I think that's fair.
It's not fun. I think that's fair. Which is why I always come into every trial with like a sheet and a half on my phone of like what I think. Because it's like I don't want to just sit there and not know. Which is infuriating. That being said, it's fun to see execution.
What I like about this game,
my favorite part.
That's a lot of people's favorite parts. Is just the trials and the executions.
I like the executions. I like discovering bodies.
I love stories, and I think that there's that image.
Hey.
I love stories, and I think that's why I love this game so much. This game series because the lore is deep and it is a lot.
Yeah.
Hi Mondo.
Question.
Yeah.
What was his pickaxe doing there?
He just had a pickaxe that he brought to high school with him.
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
Brought it to high school.
Like, why do you have a pickaxe?
To address something you did say earlier, why are they Ultimate Despair? Like, what is their purpose?
Like what the heck?
The creator of this game, when this all, I don't know exactly when he said this, and I might be misquoting it somewhat, but the general gist of it was he wanted to make a protagonist or an antagonist that had absolutely zero reason for being evil.
Okay.
She was just evil for the sake of it. And there was no reason, no motivation behind it. She's just chaotic.
I respect it.
It's just chaotic evil, pretty much, is Junko. So yeah.
Every English class I've ever taken has taught me that that's just not a possibility.
Yeah.
You have to have a deeper meaning, you have to find it.
Pretty much. And that's why I respect the game to an extent, for kind of being like, screw that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Spike Chunsoft, thanks for your game.
It was decent. It was, that sounded condescending. It was good. It was good. I didn't always have positive emotions. Look at the baby. The baby is sleeping.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
Cool, so...
Thanks, Monokuma.
Yeah, awesome. I kind of figured.
What?
That it wasn't just Junko.
You received the Easter egg present.
That just looks like a Monoduki.
Do you want to save? Yeah, save the data. Alright, don't hit continue, because it'll take us back to the start of the game.
Danganronpa.
But, yeah, so, I'm not done talking. We're gonna ramble. I'm gonna ramble.
Make us bigger.
I will. I'll just do it in the... I'll probably just do... Well, yeah, I can just do it.
Look
here.
at that. Whoa, we're huge
Look how
now.
big we are. We're so... Actually, I'll just change to my, I'll just change to this on my stream setting. This is just my just me. I'm also gonna turn this off, the filter, because... Sorry, we're jiggling. I know, we're jiggling.
Maybe game audio?
There we go. The game audio is still playing.
Yeah, maybe turn it down.
No, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. It gives us some background music. So, couple other things I want to say before we dive into the characters, because I do want to kind of run through them all and what your general opinions or feelings of them were. Couple things to say. I've talked a lot at length about how much of this series there is, maybe to spoiler degrees, but you're not going to remember anything I said that was a spoiler. What I will say about this cast is this is not the end of their story. You will see more of this cast.
I figure if they're sequels, they're not just gonna leave these ones there. You've also told me Makoto is still the protagonist, I think.
No, I haven't said that.
Oh, well,
I haven't.
You've told me Makoto's sister gets cuter in a later game.
Yes, that
tells me Makoto's very involved.
Yeah, that is fair, and I probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't have. I got that right away. I was like, oh, cool.
But yeah, so basically, Danganronpa 2, what I'll say about it, and this is all I'm going to say about it, is that I will say nothing about it.
All right.
When we get to Danganronpa 2, you will have so many questions at the start of the game. You'll be like, what is this? Where is this? When is this? I will answer none of them because it's just made that way to be like, what the freak?
That's fair.
I think the arc of the game is good. The arc of the overall series is good. But yeah, it'll take us some time. We'll be here in the long haul. If you do end up going on a mission in between, we might not finish the series before that. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what'll happen. But I'm totally down to start the second game whenever you want. If we finish Pokemon and you're like, I want to play it, then we can play it. That's totally fine.
I have a couple other ideas before that.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Where is it? The other one. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. All right.
The story's not over.
I'm sure. It doesn't really feel concluded in any regard.
So, without further ado, we don't have to have
the entirety of the last trial. Everybody was like, "It's not over just when this trial's over and we figure everything out," and then the game ends, right?
And then they all explode at the end.
Yeah, like. I'd be okay with that. Like that'd be an
satisfying end. Just they're like, we can do it. We'll escape.
Yeah, it'd be so funny.
So yeah, for the bonus episodes, we're gonna do all the free time events. I'm also gonna make them watch the abridged anime on YouTube. It is.
Quick question.
It is a treat. What?
How long is it?
It's 6 episodes, about 10 minutes each.
Oh, that's okay.
So yeah, we'll probably just do them in one big mega episode. It is a treat. They didn't finish it.
Can you watch YouTube on YouTube and then put it on YouTube?
Yes. We'll see, but yes,
okay.
I think we should be okay. Other people have done it. If it's a problem, or if I'll definitely credit the original creator and everything. But yeah, it only gets through chapter 3, and then they stopped making it.
Really?
Which is really sad because it's hilarious. But it's worth noting.
Interesting.
Okay, so
all right, run down the cast time.
The cast. What? Just general feelings. We will get to dive more into their characters through their free time events, but Sayaka.
I was afraid you'd start with her.
We're just gonna go in order of death. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay. Sayaka. You're gonna get angry.
I don't care.
I don't like Sayaka a ton.
No, here's what I'll say about Sayaka.
Because she was the first one.
She's a weak character.
Yeah.
She's a babe and I love her, but as a character, she's so bad. She's just like, I'm your assistant. She just has no thoughts of her own besides I'm panicking.
Yeah.
She's just not.
She also did try to frame you for murder.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't know that that would get you killed.
That's the first one to do that.
To make a move, I guess.
So not only was she the first one to frame you, she didn't try to frame you, she was the first one to try to kill someone else.
Yeah, she's a flawed character. I know this. Actually, no. I'm gonna turn the green screen filter back on. No, it's fine.
I'll put them up.
I'll put the characters up right there. When they're.
Look at
No, right there in the black area.
Okay,
yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Sayaka, cool, beautiful. I love her.
Yeah.
She's my wife. Okay, Mukuro. Ikusaba, who you thought was Junko.
She was cute in the pictures we saw of her.
I just love that you're like, I think she'll be my waifu. Oh, I hate her. Oh, she's cute. Like,
yeah.
I just mean the Junko personality. The one that we knew for chapter 1.
Kind of obnoxious. Like, very obnoxious. Also, the whole, like, being the ultimate despair trying to kill everyone thing wasn't cool either.
Yeah, it's not my vibe. Yeah, the only thing that makes her character good is the fact that she is a big plot twist character.
Yeah.
Other than that, she's very
Other than
boring.
that, she doesn't have a character.
I do think Junko is interesting, though, to have... You'll see during her free time events, if you think she's Junko and you do her free time events, it is wild. Because she talks about all this stuff about from her life as a soldier, but she doesn't say as a soldier.
Oh, really?
And so it's fascinating. Yeah, I'm excited to do hers.
Cool.
I like hers. Leon.
I don't like Leon. I never
said
liked
it at the
Leon.
start, I'll say it again, he's a little bitch baby, and I hate him.
Yeah, he's not innocent in any regard.
The only problem I have with Leon is he's just such a douche as a character, and that's like his character is like the athletic guy.
I was going to say, I don't mean to like stereotype people, but I don't like athletes.
That's fair.
People who if being an athlete is like your personality, then I just can't stand it.
Or if hating being an athlete is your personality. Leon's personality is boiled down to, I like punk music and girls.
Yeah.
And like you'll see during his free time, I don't like him. That's all.
He's just not like fun. He's just annoying. Like not in an... Even like Hifumi has a very, not charming way of being annoying, but a very specific like character trope. Yeah. Leon's just an annoying, like, actual dude, and I don't like it.
He's just too real.
Yeah.
Chihiro.
Chihiro's the best. I love Chihiro.
I stand by. Chihiro's my favorite character.
Absolutely adorable in every regard.
As an actual character, it's not that good. Like, Chihiro's kind of just like the annoying, like, I'm insecure girl at the start of the game.
Too insecure. That's the biggest flaw. It's
but
that inferiority complex comes all across a little strong. I just
adore what they do with that trial with Chihiro and Mondo, and I think it's... I stand by. It's one of my favorite pieces of literature ever. Like, I love it. And so, of course, Chihiro's my favorite. But I also
think Chihiro is one of the most like just pure-hearted, sweetest characters
of all the characters in the series. Chihiro's one of the very few that has like almost no people that dislike them.
No, Chihiro
Everyone
and
likes
Sakura,
Chihiro.
I kind of categorize together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those two are pretty the same.
Reasons.
Okay, Mondo.
I respect Mondo.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at.
I probably shouldn't, but
I want to see if I can pull up my tier list of characters. I won't show you, but I want to pull it up.
Oh, we should do one. That fear
you can do one when we're done with the series.
That fear of being weak is very, like, it's the same thing with Chihiro. It's like, it's very a real thing. It's very contagious. And his way of going about it probably wasn't the best. Like, you probably shouldn't kill your brother, even if they don't like Sayaka that much.
Yeah.
But you can always...
Wait, what?
You shouldn't kill your brother, even if they don't like Sayaka.
Oh my gosh. I'm not. We're fine.
Thank you. But I do think he's got a very, like... I don't want to say innocent, but it wasn't like he didn't want to end up how he did or where he did, and I feel bad for him. I think that's the best.
He's a homie. I mean,
I feel really bad for him, especially after he became super bros with Taka, and he was just like a good dude after that until he killed Chihiro.
That was my thing. Is I think Mondo is a really good example of it's weird to say because I hate to be that guy. Mondo's a really good example of toxic masculinity in a really good person. Yeah. Just how that masculinity ideology affects someone who is really a good person at the heart of it.
To the extent you go to try and fix it is very detrimental to not just you, but like, you know,
yeah,
brother,
let's see where
Chihiro.
I put him. I put him in the...
Who knows?
Where did I put him? I think I put him in okay tier. Yeah, I put him in my okay tier.
Alright.
I had favorites, great, good, okay, meh, bad, and trash.
Okay.
The only trash character from this game is the next one, Hifumi.
Taka is the next one to die, Matt.
Taka is the next one to die, sorry.
We'll go with Hifumi, though, because...
Yeah.
I think the way they implemented his character is hilarious. His character in and of itself is awful. He's not a good person, but I think they put it in.
He's
that stereotype.
He's made to be annoying.
Yeah,
that's just what he is.
And when he died, nobody was upset.
Yeah, like I've said before, as much as I hate some of the characters, I don't think any of the children in the series deserve what happens to any of them.
Hifumi, I think, is kind of like... like, obviously he'd be better off living, but I don't feel like he had a whole lot going for him anyways. Like, he
makes comics, that's about it.
He's in his little world of 2D, and I don't think getting out of Hope's Peak would have provided many more opportunities for him to find happiness.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, Taka.
Taka's fantastic. I didn't love Taka at first.
No one does. Everyone hates him, and then they're like, wait, he's cool.
Yeah, like, he was super fun. I think it was Mondo's death breaking him that really like cracked me down on him, and I was like, he's just so sweet.
It's really well written. No,
he's
it
just
is
such like
Well, and I'm glad we did one of his free time events. We only did one, but in that free time event, he's basically like, wait, you can have hobbies for reasons other than school?
You've opened my eyes to everything.
I think his free time events are amazing. I really like his, so I'm excited for those ones.
They're wonderful, yeah.
Mondo's are just kind of like, I'm a dude. I like bros. You like dogs, Makoto. That's pretty much his free time events.
You like jazz?
But yeah, so he's cool.
All right.
Celeste.
Obviously, okay, I know how you feel about Celeste too.
I'm just aggressively meh towards her. I just don't think she's that cool of a character.
I do like Celeste. I think the whole like money being her motivation makes her look really like weak compared to the others, because like you shouldn't fall for that to kill somebody. But I mean, you know, everybody's different. Everybody's got their own motives.
Yeah. What's
going on in their head. I'm not one to judge. I probably wouldn't kill someone, but for 10 million, like, I totally would consider it, so...
And the chance of escaping this hell school, like...
Yeah. It's a big thing. So I also, like, again, I don't like how she tried to, like, you know, frame Hiro. Well, okay, I like that she tried to frame Hiro, but I don't like how she tried to frame someone else and betrayed Hifumi and all that.
Yeah.
And just straight up lied to get into that position in the first place.
I think I said this during Chapter 3, but my problem with Celeste is that she's written to be this amazing liar, right? This amazing gambler. And then in Chapter 3, first of all, it's so obvious that she did it. She's the only one that sees the robot. She's the only one that's like,
it took me a while to get to that conclusion, actually.
But I don't think you were paying attention to
Not in the slightest.
I was hyper-focused.
No.
I was like, I want to know who did this. And so the whole time I was like, it's her. It's you. And so, like... The problem that I have is she breaks down so easily for being this amazing liar, and it's just like...
But I think even then, she could... I think part of, like, gambling is knowing when you're going to lose. And even if, like, you know, she's never lost or whatever, there is a very clear moment during the trial when she's like, wait, I'm not getting out of this. I don't have any more... Like, there's no more aces in my hand. I'm out. I have to lose.
I respect that, too, that, like, the only character that really doesn't give in is Leon. Everyone else is just like, yeah.
Yeah. Mondo mans up at the end and learns his lesson, which is very important to the overall arc of
Celeste
the trial.
gives up and says...
Celeste screams and gets mad at everyone. I also think Celeste would have been a more, like... I would have liked Celeste a lot more if I just done her voice normally. Because the voice that she has is very, like... Very soft and very cute. And I'm like, alright, I wouldn't...
I did like a French accent for her, but like, then again though, I think it is hilarious, your voice for her.
Oh,
every time I'm editing, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what we're doing.
One of like the first time I pulled it out, because I was like, I don't know how to do this accent.
I was like, it's European.
Just do something foreign, and I was like, okay.
No, I think it was funny.
It's one of the jokes I'm most proud of.
No, it was good.
I think I would have liked Celeste a lot more, but yeah, she's also not. She's kind of on par with Sayaka.
She's aggressively mad to me.
Yeah.
To be fair, I put Sayaka only one tier above Celeste, and that's only because of how much I love her. But like, if I was just ranking her purely as a character, I don't think she's that good.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a bit once we get to the living characters.
Okay, Sakura.
Sakura, fantastic.
Yeah.
Same as Chihiro.
Pretty much,
Except, I will say, because they both kind of did the same thing. They died with the intent of leaving something that can help. And Chihiro didn't know he was going to die immediately.
Yeah.
But they both like had the legacy that actually lasted and had an impact on the story beyond their death.
That's true, yeah.
And it was very selfless, very noble of them to do that.
No, Sakura and Hina's relationship is one of the strongest things in this game, I think. Just seeing that develop and seeing how great Sakura is. Okay, so with that, then, we get to the living characters.
Is that all the ones that are dead?
Yeah. Unless because Mukuro died twice, Chapter 5.
Junko's also dead.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Okay, fine, Junko.
I don't know.
Junko is a protagonist.
I don't know. Next character. It's very like, I kind of wish we had a little bit more, at least a little bit more Mukuro in the beginning, pretending to be Junko.
That's fair.
Because I don't feel like she was involved in the story at all.
No,
and I
that
get
is
the
a
whole,
fair
like, she's
complaint.
been behind the scenes the whole time, but like, I didn't feel anything about her character. It was gone before it was.
I think everyone to an extent feels that. Just kind of like, where did she come from?
Yeah.
So like, yeah. No, that's totally fair. I won't say much about it because I don't want to say too much.
I did not call it. I made jokes about it, and then I thought about it later and was like, oh shoot, that's probably what it is.
Right. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so then let's start with Makoto because he's the protag. He's the worst protagonist in the games.
Yeah.
Every game has a different one. He's the weakest.
Yeah.
I think as a character.
By the end, the whole hope thing being like, I could see that they were hinting at that like beyond what it was. The fact that Makoto was going to be the ultimate hope. As soon as they started talking about ultimate despair, is when I came to the conclusion of like, oh, that's probably going to be a thing. I don't know if I said it or not, but that thought crossed my mind, and I was like, okay, that's a cooler thing. That Makoto has this like talent for hope. Before, he was just stubborn and it was annoying, and I don't like it.
That's the thing, is like Makoto he's a really good concept in a really stupid idiot.
Yeah.
And they do that to an extent on purpose. Like, he's meant to be the generic, meaningless anime protagonist with no redeeming quality, you know, like.
Yeah, can't wait to see like Genocide Jill go out into the world. It's totally unrelated. Can't wait to see her go out into the world and have everybody be like, oh, wait, hold on.
Wait.
It's you, right?
Well, at this point, everyone, like, at this point, if the tragedy is to be believed,
yeah,
like,
they're gonna walk out and be like,
we don't care.
That's fair.
Are you killing us? We don't care.
Or that everybody saw the footage and is like, okay, should we, like, detain her or something? Like.
Yeah. No, like I said, you'll see more about what happens with this cast, but. Okay, Kyoko.
I just, like. The whole, like, I get the whole mysterious character thing. Very important to the plot and all that. Ultimate detective, kind of obvious by the end of, like, the second trial.
Yeah.
And it's not much of a surprise, like, ooh, I got my memory back. It's like, okay, cool.
It's like, we figured
like,
that
I pieced
out.
it together. Like, you can do it
You're
too.
a detective. You should have figured this out by now.
The whole... Look, I like Kyoko. I think she's a fine character, and by the end she got very... not open, but like, you know, she got emotional towards people. I will stand by Mukuro's first trial is a very big black spot on her record.
No, the three biggest Kyoko problems that I have, because I love her as a character because of the series. She gets fleshed out better.
Okay.
This game,
Spoilers.
she's pretty weak. I mean, I've told you that they all come back in the series. That's not that much of a spoiler. This game specifically, her big 3 weak points are, hey, let's feel up Chihiro's dead body, instead of just, you know, go to the room. Also, let's
tell them.
Oh, you don't want to tell me something you know? Well, you hate me. I'm not going to talk to you for the entirety of Chapter 4. And then the Chapter 5, I'm willing to put you on the line to save myself.
And then you're supposed to have made up, and then she does the whole, like...
Like, I get where she's coming from. She knows the secrets. She has the key to the Headmaster.
Oh yeah, if anybody was going to figure it out, it was going to be Kyoko,
and she, I don't think she wanted to sacrifice Makoto. I think it was just, I have to get someone because Monaco was rigging this, and they all have alibis. So sorry, Makoto.
No, it wasn't. I know it wasn't her choice, but
you're right. You're total. I think you're totally.
She also came back into. Like, as soon as you confront Monokuma out after the trash dump, she's like, no, here's all these points that I'm gonna list off.
Yeah.
Why you can't kill any of us.
Say that
it's like 10 minutes earlier would have changed so much.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Cool. Byakuya.
I was hoping he would have more of like an opening up kind of arc, where towards the end he kind of starts to care for you a little bit, and they kind of hint that he, you know...
I think that comes in Chapter 4, right at the end of the trial.
He doesn't want you to die or anything, but he is like...
He's still Byakuya.
Yeah, exactly. I would like it if he had a little bit of like, all right, you're okay, Makoto. Like at the end, just a little bit.
No, I love him because I got really into this game. Like, you remember how hard I got into Doki Doki Literature Club when that came out?
Somewhat, yeah.
I got real hard into that game. I did the same with this series, and I was so hyped at Chapter 4 when he's like, I'm done with the game. I'm on your team now. And Chapter 5, he kind of leads the charge. But like, yeah. he's still a douchebag, and a lot of people in the series still going like, I hate him.
A lot of what I get from him is that he wants to be better at figuring out the mysteries and all that. So a lot of his character arc the past couple trials has just been him getting mad that Kyoko's figured stuff out that he hasn't.
Yeah, it's like, okay, get over it, bro.
Yeah.
What the freak is this?
What?
Oh, my computer's falling asleep because I haven't touched anything on it in a while. Yeah, I'm of all the characters, I'm most excited to see him in the future media with you because I think it's fun.
Cool.
Okay, Toko.
Toko as a person is not the best. Very, very hurtful. I don't like Toko's personality at all.
That's fair.
I think it's pretty despicable. And it's...
But I also think I'm glad we did her free time events because not a lot of people do, and it gives so much insight into why she is the way she is. And I think it gives some justification to it. Like,
it's nobody's fault that you're messed up. Like, if you're messed up, it's not your fault. It's your fault if you stay that way. And if Toko stays that way, then there's more problems.
But yeah,
I'll find a new waifu next game.
I already have predictions. Let the record show. Sonya, Mikon. Those are my predictions for him. Those are my predictions for his waifus.
Cool.
He could also just be basic and go with Chiaki like the rest of us. We'll see.
Do you like chocolate?
Chiaki.
But I do stand by Toko's like tiny shy personality is very cute.
I also think that
everything
means you're gonna like
else,
this movie, which will be really interesting.
Everything else is pretty awful about her.
That being said, Genocide Jack is one of the greatest things.
Genocide Jack is fantastic.
It's fantastic.
It's the best personality.
It's just...
I'm kind of surprised they didn't even, like, touch on the fact that she would kill Byakuya at some point. Which,
it's
like...
just implied. It's just implied that Byakuya's like, I'm avoiding you at all costs, and she's like, I will murder you.
But no, she doesn't even say that she's gonna kill him. Like, even Jack at the end was like, I can't wait to go live a full life with
I'm excited to do Genocide Jack's free time events too.
I'm sure they're wonderful.
We're gonna combine those and Byakuya's in one episode because we did some of Byakuya's and we finished all of Toko's, so there's only 3 left.
Gotcha.
Genocide Jack has 3 free time events. Let that sink in. Sayaka has 2. Genocide Jack has 3.
Okay, Sayaka dies in chapter 1. What do you think?
Genocide Jack is a serial killer.
Yeah?
That you didn't know since middle school. Like, anyways, there's only 2 characters left. Hina.
Very similar to Sakura and Chihiro.
Yeah.
Very empathetic and actually like caring about people and good character. The biggest flaw is that she doesn't do anything.
I wish they made her a little more useful.
She doesn't.
She's the most useless.
The only thing she ever does is try to sabotage Sakura's trial.
Yeah.
Which is not on par for like the rest of her character. Like,
no, I think her character only works because of Sakura. If Sakura was not in the game, or if they didn't have that relationship, I'd be like, I feel the same about Hina.
No, she would just be
like,
weak.
You're so dumb. Just die. You're so dumb.
She would just be a weakling. Like, no, guys, stop killing each other. It's like, okay, accept your reality. Get into it. Yeah. But the whole like, I actually care about you guys, especially Sakura, makes it a lot stronger. Which is very helpful. I also get the impression that Hina's just kind of there for the eye candy.
She's the basic. I would say if there's a basic waifu of each game, it's Hina, and then it's Chiaki in the next game.
Sure.
Who is it in V3? Tell me in the comments below. Don't say anything about their personalities, but tell me, is it Mew? I think it's Mew. Is it Mew? Anyways.
Matt, we're not playing Pokemon
There's
yet.
literally a character named Mew, and she's in my top 5 waifus. I love her.
Cool.
And then finally, Hero.
Hate Hero so much.
Same.
So much.
Again, I liked him until chapter 3, and then I was like, die.
Even if he had a redemption arc at the end where he was like really useful or did something, it would still be hard to justify, but he doesn't. He doesn't get better. He's just annoying, a waste of time, he's just dumb. And I understand that they introduced him as that way, but it doesn't excuse the fact that he's just no fun to talk to in any regard.
If not for Hope's Peak, he would be a hobo, and that's about his character.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we're not done with the characters, obviously.
Also,
with the exception of Toko. That's the only one that we finished all the free time events of.
Monokuma?
Oh yeah, Monokuma.
Beautiful antagonist.
I think he's one of the best video game antagonists out there.
Yeah. There is one person who's going to strongly disagree with me on that, but it's not
someone you know.
Yeah. But absolutely hates Monokuma like with the passion. I mean, I think he's fantastic.
He's fun in that he summarizes the feeling of the game of this is really dark, but we're gonna have fun with it. You know,
it's a very good way to approach things like murder. Because no, it's not. First of all, let me take that back.
If you're gonna murder somebody, don't.
He's a very good way to approach an antagonist surrounding these kinds of things, because I don't like antagonist. Like, what are other big antagonists in media that people know of?
Like video gaming wise, you have like your Bowser.
Okay, yeah, video game. Most antagonists don't have a plot. They're not characters.
Thanos.
They're just that. Thanos is good because he has like a motive, right? He's like, I want to help people, but I have to do this to do it. But he's also still the very like dark, brooding, like, I'm the bad guy kind of thing.
And Monokuma's
the most cheerful character.
He can be kind of creepy at points, but for the most part, he's just like, yeah. What's a good pickup line? Is that a good one?
How about, hey, Toko?
Hey, girl, are you a girl? Because I like girls.
No way, you're lesbian? We have so much in common. Let's go out.
Sorry. Anyways,
yeah.
Monokuma's great.
I love Monokuma so much. I don't love everything he does, but just the way he does it is so well constructed to me.
He's a really good goofy anime villain.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's like the face of the series, like the marketing and the branding the media and just all the merch. And
I'm surprised the world already hasn't gotten to the point that we saw in the video.
We're getting there.
We all have
the virus.
We all have Monokuma masks on. That's the dream right there.
All right. Any other final parting thoughts? I love this game.
I know you do. I'm gonna be bold, say I don't love it that much. I like it. I liked be happy to play sequels.
DR2 is my favorite game in the series, and probably one of my top 5 favorite games of all time.
I feel like there's a lot of things that I would have liked better that there was potential to do, but it didn't go that direction. So I've just been like hit with disappointment after disappointment.
Part of the fun of Danganronpa playthroughs on YouTube is like, how do you feel about this controversial decision? Because some of the games have really, really controversial, like some people hate it, some people love it.
Yeah.
And that's part of why I want to, even if you don't love it, because it's interesting to see
I
someone's
get excited to come play it. And then when I sit down to play it,
you're like, stop talking.
I hate the school life. I think the school life is boring and useless.
It's fair.
For the most part. The investigations get long, and I just want to get to the trial. And then I'm in the trial, and I just want it to be over.
Just keeps talking.
Yeah. But it's fun in concept.
It's fun. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Like on paper,
it's like a love-hate.
Yes,
it's like I hate how the game plays, but I love the game. You know.
Yeah. I would be down to just watch it as an anime.
That's fair. Well, there is an anime. You can watch it if you want.
Yeah.
It's just an anime adaptation of this game.
Side note: I think free time is the worst. I don't get it.
If you don't want to do the character's free time, we don't have to.
No. Not as in it's not fun. I think it's the worst addition to the game. I don't think it adds that much at all. Maybe a little bit of character development so that you're more emotionally invested.
It's for dating sim people. It's a dating sim version. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's for people like me that are like, I'm lonely and want anime girls to talk to.
Yeah.
I don't know. It gets some interesting insight into the characters.
I love the free time events. Next question.
It's fine. But yeah, cool. Well,
it's just,
like I said,
it is what it is.
We'll get to 2 eventually.
Yeah. I am, of course, as I mentioned earlier, I'm kind of unhappy about the lack of closure. But
that's kind of why. I think 1 and 2 are good to play together. The spin-offs are good to do in the same vein, and then V3 is its own thing that you just gotta take on at its own.
Sure.
I think my total playtime for my V3 playthrough was like almost 100 hours.
Oh, lovely.
I was streaming, so I was doing a lot of talking chat in between stuff.
I'm sure, but still,
yeah, it was probably
like
up to 100 hours.
Yeah, that's like twice as many episodes as this one was.
This is one of the shorter Danganronpa playthroughs on YouTube. There's people I'm watching play the series that well, I won't say it because it'll talk about it.
Okay, whatever. All right, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure.
Come back in 2 days or 3 days, depending on what day it is right now, for Pokemon.
And come back in the day after that.
Or the day
or before.
Yeah, no, the day after
this,
that.
Or something. For free time. And that being said,
I love you all.
This
You're beautiful.
has
been Danganronpa.
Danganronpa.
Trigger Happy Havoc.
This is Matt. I'm Dongan. Dangan.
Thanks for watching.
Okay, bye.
Bye!
Finishing off just how we always did the rest of it.
It's fumbling.